My name is Leonardo Salmena. I'm an assistant professor at the University of Toronto in the Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology. And my responsibilities are to run a cancer biology lab, and I have the pleasure of supervising 3 or 4 grade students, 2 postdocs, and 1 research associate. As I tell my students all the time, research is a tough field. However, if you can find the passion and find the motivation for it, it's a very rewarding career. So the philosophy is hard work will always get you to where you need to get. So one of the ultimate goals of our research is to understand how cancer works. Ultimately, what we'd like to do is understand how leukemia comes about, how to identify different types of leukemia, and to identify what kind of new treatments can lead to eradication of the disease in patients with leukemia. Flow cytometry allows us to visualize single cells. Unlike in many other methodologies where we're looking at bulk populations or averages of different populations of cells. Flow allows us to identify many different cell populations within, say, mouse blood samples or human blood samples, so that we can really get a better idea of what is really happening in those cells. I've been using flow cytometry in my research since I was a graduate student. And we've used various different flow cytometers. We just purchased the Cytoflex in December of 2014, and it's been a revolution in our lab. In our search for a benchtop flow cytometer, we had looked at several different options. The Cytoflex was a very new option, and knowing the history of Beckman-Coulter, we immediately gravitated to the product. Purchasing a flow cytometer, we were looking for something small that could fit on the table, on the bench top, that was simple to use. Software was very, again, simple to use and straightforward. Of course, price. Price was something that we did consider, and Beckman-Coulter helped us purchase a flow at a very good price. In finding the Cytoflex, we were extremely happy with the sensitivity and the results that we achieved with it. I would certainly recommend the Beckman-Coulter Cytoflex. It has really revolutionized our approach in the lab. Instead of paying extra money in a core facility, traveling with precious samples to a core facility, we can bring our samples from our tissue culture, which is next door, straight into the lab, run our samples, and have excellent results in a matter of minutes. And that really has changed the way our lab functions.